Hello there again, and welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to cover how to make functions, how do you use them, and I'll show you an example of where we use functions to make a prime number generator, using the primality test we did in the last video. Alright, let's get started. So as always, we're going to start with this showtime, and end with you have been terminated. And once you've done this, you can define your functions outside this main method down here. This is where you want to write your functions. Let me just save the file real quick though, so I get the nice syntax highlighting. There we go. To declare a function you have to write, listen to me very carefully. And then the name of the function. Let's just call this fun. You know it's fun. There we go. And to end the function you have to write hasta la vista baby. Like this. And in here you can write all your statements. Let's just write talk to the ant for now. So right now this avoid method, it doesn't take any parameters or anything, and it just has the side effect of printing hello to the screen. To invoke this method, we can do this by calling do it now up here, and then name the function like this. Nice, now we call the function. Now let's add some parameters to this function. What you have to do is you need to write I need your clothes, your boots and your motorcycle, and then the name of the parameter. There we go, nice. You can add more parameters by just duplicating this line with a new name for a new parameter. There we go. Now if we want to actually return something from this function, we have to state that it's a non-void function by writing get these people there. Like this, and then we can write I'll be back down here and return what we want. Let's return argument 2 again. There we go, nice. Now we made a function, take 2 parameters, and we specify it, return something, and what it returns is arg2. Yeah, nice. How to actually get the value of this function here and assign it to a variable, we have to write get your ass to Mars instead. And then write the name of the variable you want to assign it to. Let's say we have a variable called x. And then we call the function using do it now with the parameters specified. So we call the function fun. And we pass in the parameters 42 and 123. There we go. So now if x is a variable, we assign it to the value returned from the function fun, which is actually going to just be the second parameter, 123. Let's for good measure just define the variable up here. So we use, again from the last video, a Christmas tree. And remember to always initialize the variable. There we go, this program would actually work. Actually, let's try and run it and see what happens. Now we've run the program and prints hello to the screen from in here. A side effect of this method. Oh, it's actually not printing x, so let's just do that real quick. There we go, and let's see the value of x. Gonna compile it again and run the program. There we go, 123. Nice. Now let's see an example of how we can actually use functions for something practical. Alright, let's get started. First I'm going to copy some of the stuff we made last time, because we're gonna use this primality test thing here. But we're gonna put it in a function down here, instead of just running it in a loop here. We're gonna keep the loop, but now we're gonna make this into a function. So first I'm going to make this into, listen to me very carefully. Let's call this primality test. There we go. Let's take some parameters. Instead of declaring m as a local variable, instead of declaring m as a variable here, let's just take this as a parameter. So to do this, again, I need you close your boots and your motorcycle. And then we also need to specify that this function returns a value. So we're going to right give these people there. Now it's not a void function anymore. There we go. Nice. Instead of printing down here, let's actually return the value of m. No, sorry. Let's print. And instead of printing down here, let's actually return if it's a prime or not by just returning this value, this boolean value right here. So we'll use I'll be back. Let me just delete this first. There we go. So now we have a function here that takes one argument, m, and then it goes through the primality test we did last time and returns if it's a prime or not down here. Great, we can use this. Let's actually get started writing the prime generator program. So as always, we start with it's showtime and end with you have been terminated. There we go, nice. So let's declare a few variables up here we're gonna need m, which should be the current number we try and test if it's prime or not. And let's just set it equal to 0, it doesn't really matter. And then let's also have two boolean variables, keeping track of if we found a prime or not. We're going to need two variables for this, because there's no negation in ArnoldC. So we should have a boolean variable for has found prime and for has not found prime, depending on what we need to use actually later on. But I'll show you this in a bit. Has found prime, set it equal to false using I lied. Come on, write it, damn it. There we go, nice. And then the second thing here, we need to have has not find prime and initialize this with the opposite value, of course. So it's going to be no problemo, it's going to be true initially. There we go, nice. Now this is not really good practice in programming to add duplicate values like this, and we need to ensure this consistency with these two things ourselves, but that's just the way it has to be. I don't care, frankly. Right, as before, as we did in the last video, we're gonna prompt the user to actually input a value, and this value is going to be where we start from, and then we'll return the first prime number greater than this value, greater than or equal to. So like we did before, we're gonna prompt to the screen first, writing talk to land. There we go. And then we need to use get your ass to Mars. And then m, because we need to set m equal to what is returned. And we need to call a function, so we use do it now. There we go. And the function we want to call is actually the built-in function called I want to ask you a bunch of questions and I want to have them answered immediately. There we go. No, I forgot. Immediately. There we go. Nice. Hopefully I didn't spell it incorrectly. There's no syntax highlighting for this. I'm not exactly sure why, but this actually works. We tested it in the last video, and so I was going to show you that it actually works here. Alright, let's keep on going. So now let's make a loop where we loop infinitely until we found a prime greater than or equal to what we specified in the beginning, equal to m. So we use stick around here, and we're going to loop until this has not found prime is going to be false. Meaning we've actually found a prime. And here you see why we cannot use this value up here. Because we cannot, that's not what we want to test on this condition. And there's no negation. And we end with kill. There we go. And in here in the loop, we need to initially start by calling our primality test here using m as a parameter. So we write get US to mouse. And then we want to update the has found prime value, boolean value. And we call the function using m as a parameter. There we go. Nice. And we also need to update this has not found prime variable immediately afterwards, so we're sure there's consistency. Alright, let's do that now. Get to the chopper! Right, so what we've done here, let me just fix this mistake. There we go. So we set this value here equal to the evaluation of comparing this to 0. Remember, if this is true, this is going to be 1. And if it's false, it's going to be 0. So say it's true, so it's 1. Then we compare it with 0 using you are not you are me for equality testing. And then this is going to value to false, meaning this will be false. Now if this is false, then it's going to be 0. This will be valued to true, so 1. And this will get the value 1, so true. You see? So this will be true and this will be false. So as we want, this has the opposite truth value of this one. Nice. It's confusing. It's burning my mind, burning my brain. No. Anyway, so let's get to the last thing here. And that is, we actually need to update the counter, which is going to be m here, the number we need to test primality for until we find a prime number. So I'm going to wrap this in an if statement because we don't want to increment m at the end when we found a prime. We cannot break out of this loop using a break command or anything like that because we don't have that in ArnoldC. And it's not inside a function, so we cannot just return. So what we do is we wrap it inside an if statement on has not found prime. If we haven't found a prime, then we want to increment the counter. So we use, because I'm going to say, please. There we go, has not found prime. And we need to end with, we have no respect for logic. There. And in here we increment the counter using get to the chopper, my favorite keyword. No, come on, write it properly, damn it. Bullshit. Here's my invitation. And put m on the stack. And then we need to increment this by 1 using get up 1. And end the get to the chopper statement with enough torque. There we go. Nice. So now I think it actually works pretty well. We just need to print here at the end the value of the prime we found. Talk to the hand. I'm fine. We found a prime. Let's put some exclamation marks because it's quite amazing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Something, put a lot of them. There we go. Nice. Look at all those exclamation marks. Very nice. And now let's print the prime number here. There we go. I think this should actually work. Hopefully works the first time around. If I hadn't made any mistake here. Looks pretty good, I think. And as always, I'm going to upload the code on GitHub so you can get it for yourself if you want to follow along in this video. Alright, let's try and run it. Oh no. Oh no, I made a mistake. Look at this. What the f did I do wrong? See, there's an error here. This is not good. This is not good at all. I don't like this. We made a mistake here. One thing I can see immediately is definitely this. We don't need this anymore. So that should definitely go. Is that the problem? Oh, still an error. Look at this. This is terrible. I shouldn't write this. I should have written Hasta la vista, baby. How could I do this wrong? Oh. There we go. Now it should work. Hopefully you saw this error when you watched the video. Oh, for crying out loud. Let's try again now. There we go. Finally. Let's try and run the program. Alright, let's try and input a number. Let's say 2. Yeah, we found a prime 2. Great. That's nice. Let's try with another number. Let's try with 10. 11. Yeah. That's a prime. Very good. Very nice. Let's try with the higher number. Let's try with the, I don't know, 100, 1000. 1009 is a prime. Nice. We found another prime. Very nice. This is actually a pretty useful program. And I hope that you really see the power of ArnoldC. You can write some really powerful programs here. And we can find primes we can use in RSA encryption or something. Although I don't really know if I want to program RSA in ArnoldC, but yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, sorry for that small mistake. It happens to everyone. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one, I guess. Maybe I'll do some more example programs in the future, and I'll see. In any case, I'll be back. Hasta la vista, baby.